This
is Woodside Church Kids.
Hi Excite, my name's Vicky and today we're going to learn about a man who met Jesus. He not only met him, he was related to Jesus, and this man was called John. Now John was his cousin, as you're going to find out, but John used to baptise people in the river. Now baptise, you might have seen them being baptised at church. You might know somebody in your family who's been baptised. I don't know, all my family have. I have been, and my husband and Matthew and Hermione and Thomas, we've all been baptised. Now baptism is when somebody wants to follow God and they want to show publicly that that's the way they want to carry on. They know that Jesus was baptised and that's what they're going to do. They're just going to follow Jesus. So when these people used to go to the river, and John would stand in the river with all his clothes on, and they'd stand in and they'd come and join him, and then he'd hold them and support them and push them underwater and bring them back up again. And you might have seen it happen, like I've said. But before we get into our story, we're going to do a little quick activity. Now you're going to need some water, some liquid, fairy liquid, or some hand soap if you've got a hand soap, a bowl or a washing up bowl or a bath maybe, or a sink, anything that you can hold water in, and a straw. If you haven't got a straw, you can roll up a piece of paper and see if that will work. I'm not sure if it will, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to pour into my bowl, I'm going to pour some water. I can't tip it up or else it's going to tip out. And then I'm going to use my liquid and I'm going to pour just a little bit in. And then with my straw, I'm going to give it a quick swish around. Now this is the important bit. Do not suck the water up. If you suck it up, you're going to be sick because it will taste revolting. Absolutely yucky. So you've got to blow, like you're going to blow a birthday candle out. Make sure you blow the air out. If you want somebody to help you, please ask someone to help you and they can show you what to do, and maybe they could get a straw and do it too. You put the water in, you don't put the water in, you put your straw in the water and you blow. I'm going to try and lift it up. I wonder if we ought to put some in a jug so we can see it. I'm going to change plan, everybody. I'm going to pour this water back into the jug because it's see-through and you might be able to see it properly. That's okay, we can do this. I'm going to put a little bit more fairy. Oh, we know there's bubbles in it already because there's bubbles forming on the top. Can you see that bit better? I'm going to give it a swish, swish round. It's a bit like doing the washing up or running a bath, isn't it? Put my straw in and remember to blow, don't suck, okay? I'm going to push some air through. Take a big breath. Running out of breath. Going to take some more breath. Can you see what's happening? I'm blowing lots of bubbles. I was going to ask you to count them, but I think there's too many hundreds of bubbles in there and they're very pretty. Can you blow some big bubbles? I'm going to see if I can blow some big ones. I wonder if I'll be able to blow it over the top of the jug. Are you watching? Big breath. Shall I keep going? Shall I? I'm going to. It might go on my floor and then I'm going to have to mop it up, but that's okay because it doesn't really matter. It's going to touch me in a minute. Big breath again. I could keep going. I think that's really beautiful, don't you? Well, in today's story, we're going to be learning about not bubbles in water, not bubbles with a straw. We're going to be learning about somebody who's been baptised in water. And enjoy the story, guys, and enjoy your bubbles. Cheerio!
Hi Excite, my name's Matty and today we're learning about John. John was Jesus' cousin. and John loved God. He was actually a pretty weird guy. He never cut his hair because he'd made a promise to God. He wore itchy clothes, and he only ate what he could find in the desert, things like bugs and honey, which is pretty blech, but that's what he chose to do. But God had a pretty special plan for John. He wanted John to get people ready to meet Jesus. John baptized people when they said that they were sorry for the bad things that they had done. And here is a poem which is part of our story, so I want you to listen really carefully to try and work out what is happening in today's story, which comes from the Bible. Our story goes like this. One day, Jesus came along, so he could be baptized by John. John said, "No, this cannot be. You should be baptizing me." But Jesus said, "Do it my way. It is the right thing for today." So Jesus knelt and John baptized. A dove came quickly from the sky and sat on Jesus. Then God said, "This is my son, my beloved." And John gasped as he realized the Son of God had been baptized. See, John was amazed when he saw Jesus. He was amazed and glad. He knew that Jesus was the Son of God, and he was a pretty special guy. And that is this week's story. So I'm going to pass on and we're going to do a craft together. So have fun.
Hi, my name is Vicky. Hello Excite Children, it's great to see you. So today we're going to do a craft and I have a bag. What's inside my bag, you ask? Well, should we find out? What is that? Socks. In my family, when we do the washing, one sock always is missing. So I've got a selection of socks and today I'm going to use the white one. And I know this is an odd sock because I've thrown the other one away because it had a hole in the heel, so I know that's a spare one. I'm going to put all the rest to the side. So today we're going to make a dove, and in the story you heard about the dove. Did you hear about the dove? You did hear about the dove. You heard about the dove, and we're going to make one out of a sock. So this is all you're going to do, is you're going to make a puppet. So it's literally, you put the sock over your hand and it has to be a spare one. Don't use it if it's a special one. And when you poke it in with your fingers, you can make it talk. So that's going to be a bit rubbish if you have that. So we're going to get a pen and we're going to draw some eyes. Now I'm going to swap hands actually because I'm right-handed, which means I can find things easier with my right hand. So we're going to draw on some eyes. Doesn't matter if it's not right. We're going to draw some eyes and they look like they're looking over that way. And then I'm going to draw a beak. Now, shall my beak be a long yellow beak? Or it could be a black beak if you haven't got a yellow pen. Use a black one. There you go, that'll be its beak. And then you think, well, what else does a bird need? What else does a bird need? Does he need to fly maybe? Well, he hasn't got any wings. He's got this little heel of my sock. And that's not enough to fly with, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of paper. So I have an old piece of paper I have. And we're going to concertina, which means we're going to fold the paper into a zigzag. If you can't do this, make sure you ask your mummy or a daddy or someone who looks after you to help you. And you just turn the paper over and fold a little bit over and push. Turn it back again, fold and push. Turn it back on itself. And what you're doing is you're forming a zigzag. Can you see? Can you see that zigzag? It's where all the paper is all made into a big zigzaggy line. So we're going to fold that over and we're going to fold it over again, and I don't think we can do any more times. So it will look something like this. Then if you pinch it in the middle, kind of looks like wings already, and if you fold it up, sometimes you might have Christmas decorations which are like this, and you can make a dove, and you sometimes see the paper body of the bird with its beak and its feathers sticking out the back, and you can do that, but we're doing this sock. Then you need some sellotape, find the edge. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to find the edge, and by running your finger around the edge of a sellotape, you can usually feel like a little lip. So find the edge of the sellotape and pull it up. Lots of people use their teeth, but I'd say don't use your teeth. Find a pair of scissors. If you need some help from someone, please do. I'm going to put my sock on my hand with the heel on the top, and then I'm going to open the wings out, and I'm going to stick that down. Doesn't matter if it comes off, you can put some more sellotape on. There you go. I'm going to spread his wings out so he looks like he can fly. There you go. And there's the dove. Have a great time. Remember, keep it. Make sure that you're not using a special sock. Have a go and see what you can do with yours. I'd love to see them. If you've got a picture of them, love to see them. Take care, everyone. Cheerio.